Hello and welcome. I'm Charlene Smith and I am back with another exclusive interview. I'd like to give a very warm welcome to Mr. Efe Ambrose.
Hello,
Hello.
hello. Hi.
Well, where do we start to introduce a player such as yourself, an athletic centre back and right back with numerous Scottish titles and cups, World Cup participant, African Cup of Nations winner, Champions League and Europa Cup. Welcome, FA.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here.
As a former hoopsman, what is your thoughts on the new manager of Celtic?
Well, I don't know much about him, so I can't say much because I think this is the first time seeing him. But after going through some of this CV and everything, I thought probably he might do a good job because of his characteristics and his passion for the game. I think he was in Australia with Tom Rogic, and Tom Rogic said a lot about him. So people have said so much about him. So for me, it's not going to be an easy job, knowing how Rangers is right now, the form of Rangers. So it's going to be a huge responsibility, a huge commitment to him to turn things around and to be very quickly. Because the Celtic fans are impatient, so they just want results. So it's going to be a huge task for him.
Celtic were one of the first top Europe clubs. What was it like to play for one of the legendary clubs of Europe?
Well, for me, it's amazing. It's something I'll never forget because I never thought in my wildest dream that I'll play for Celtic when I started playing football. So getting the opportunity to play for Celtic back then when I was in Israel was one of the best decisions I've ever made. And till now, it's one of the best decisions I've made. So for me, Celtic has been part of me and they will continue to be that because they gave me everything I need, the platform. And what I'm enjoying right now is because of playing for Celtic, and you can see the numerous achievements I've gotten playing through Celtic. So for me, it's been great and it's been wonderful. And it's a memory that will always be in my heart, in my life, and I'll never forget.
You've also played against many of the top star players in Europe as well. Who would you say has been the most difficult player to play against?
Well, everybody will just go back to Barcelona, where they are the invisible Barcelona. Then I think you can pick the whole squad at that time because their form was great. But beating them then and playing against the likes of Xavi, Iniesta, Sanchez, Messi, Pedro, and the rest. So for me, up to now, you still pick Messi ahead of anybody because his start and everything is invisible. So Messi should be the person.
People forget that you have won an African Cup of Nations, played in the World Cup, and won numerous Scottish titles and cups. So what would you say is next for Efe Ambrose?
For me, I would say winning the African Cup of Nations, being the Olympics final, playing against the Argentina, getting the silver medal, winning so many numerous titles with Celtic back home. So for me, everything is just to the glory of God because in everything you do in life, God is the ultimate. So for me, I just thank God for giving me the privilege to win so many honors in my time. So which I never believed I would when I started playing football. Not to talk of that, I'll be an African champion, being the best right back in African continent. So for me, that is a great honor for me. And be able to be in the Champions League best 11 when I was in Celtic. So it's a great privilege for me there. So all those honors are amazing.
When you believe you can achieve.
Yeah, you need to believe and you need to work hard.
You helped Livingston get to the Scottish Cup final in 2021. How did that feel?
Well, as I signed for Livingston, my most important thing, anything I want to go to is going to be a team that has ambition, that has commitment and focus, and they want to achieve. So when I heard so much about Livingston through my friend Paul Marv and the manager before coming in, so I know the characteristics of Livingston, I know their ambition and everything. So that's why I chose to come there. And as you see, when I came there, everything works the way we planned it. We never thought we'd get the cup final. We never believed we'll be in the top six because we started poorly in the first round of the season. But getting to the second half of the season, I think we picked back our form and we were able to go through on 14 unbeaten runs, getting to the cup final. The manager was able to win twice the manager of the month. So you can see the great privilege, the great achievement from the team, from the whole squad. So the squad the unique of the team and everything, the fighting spirit, the togetherness, the oneness in the squad, the love between the players really helped the players to achieve this.
You came to the EFL Championship as well with Frank Lampard at Derby. What happened there, as they did need a player like yourself to shore up their defence at the time?
Well, I would say it was a great privilege for me to go to Derby. And for me, I never thought I would even have the privilege to go to play in Derby or to be in Derby at that moment, because I just left Hibernian and I was at home, clubless. So when Derby came calling and other teams as well, but because Frank Lampard was my idol, it was someone I really admired when he was playing for Chelsea, and I'm a Chelsea fan. So I never thought of much to go to him. So when I have the privilege to go, I just took it once without thinking twice. So for me, it was a great honor, but what happened is, I don't really know, but for me, I believe it's football. Sometimes you get what you want, sometimes you don't, but I believe they're in their peak and they're in their great form. So I could not have chance to break into the team. There's no time for me to break into the team, because I know I came there in February and I started training like in March, and they're already trying to go to the championship playoff. So for me to break into the team was a tight run, but as you can know, it's a team game. So I believe being there, I play part of my time with them, and I really enjoy every minute I spend with them.
And how did that make you feel emotionally, not being able to break into the team at the time?
Well, sometimes you just need to take it. It's football. Sometimes what you plan is not what you get at the same time, but the most important thing is what you learn, what you achieve from the squad, the friends I made, the training and everything was top class. So for me, there's a positive part of me being there, and the negative part was that I did not play. But I think I get so much positive from being there in Derby at that moment. So for me, it's amazing. The boys, the team, and everybody, the coaching staff, the officials, everybody in the club were amazing. The way they welcome me.
You got your kids that want to join us.
Yeah. The way they welcomed me was amazing. So, and Lampard was so good. The coaching staff, everyone, they welcomed me well, but it's just unfortunate that I could not break into the team, because then they were doing well, and I don't think I'll owe them to that, because when teams are winning, there's no point changing the team.
You played pretty much all of last season in the Scottish Premiership. So with such great displays, where do you see your next move to? Could you see yourself playing in the EFL Championship or League One?
Well, I don't know. For me, as you know, in football, you just pray and hope that you get the best. If it's in League One, the Championship, you never know where your next destination will be. But for me, I'm just optimistic. As you know, despite I've left Livingston, I'm still training with them to just keep my fitness going. And I appreciate the manager, David Martin, there for giving me the opportunity to still be part of the team training with them. The only difference is that I'm not officially playing the league game, but I do the official training and everything with the squad and everything. So just to keep my fitness level up and keep going. So he gave me that platform to do that. So I'm really grateful to him, and really grateful for the opportunity he has given to me. So right now I'm still training with them and still be part of them, but it's just that I didn't sign with them officially. So the next move will be the move, probably. As you know, in football, you want to do this, you want to do that, but God's plans for you is different. So for me, I just wait and see what God's plan is for me. My next move will be decided with the plan of God for my life.
Amen to that. Arsenal took a very successful Celtic player, Kieran Tierney, and he's been an absolute revelation for Arsenal. Could you see more Scottish players coming to teams like Arsenal, Spurs, or Manchester United?
Well, Tierney went there. I think there are some great players that left from Celtic. You can see Virgil van Dijk, you can see Armstrong. A few of them have left down to England and do well, quite doing well. So it's an open opportunity for everybody down here to know that the league here too is competitive, is good. We have good players that can play in the SPL, in the Championship, in League One. So for me, it's just the opportunity, because sometimes you just need that opportunity, that platform, and you just need that coach that will trust in you, that will believe in you, that will give you the platform for you to show yourself, to showcase yourself. So I believe Tierney has done it for the young ones too. So many young ones aspire to be like Tierney, and it's going to help the league. It's going to help the football over here too, to believe in the squad, in the young players as well. So for me, it doesn't matter where you play. Once you just have that belief and you work hard, because you not have belief without working hard. So I believe right here, the young player too have seen what Tierney did. They saw the light of Virgil van Dijk. They saw Armstrong. So they believe they can do it as well. So the league is competitive right now, as you can see. No more Celtic reign. At least Rangers took over. You can see Aberdeen stepping up. You can see Hart coming in. So the league here is competitive this season. I think there are a lot of players coming in the season believing they can achieve a goal through Scottish League as well. So it's going to be nice this season as well.
Hibernian, you know we weren't going to leave that one out. What happened at the end and why did you move?
Well, I don't want to get into that, but the most important thing, I enjoy my time with Hibernian. I think after Celtic, I think my almost 2.5 seasons I played with them was amazing. I think we achieved a lot with them, going to the Euro, always being in the Cup semi-finals, being the top 6. So it was amazing. I would get them from the Championship to the Premier League. So it was amazing for me. It's one thing I will never forget. But what happened at the end is just football, you know, trying to get a better opportunity, a better platform to really showcase myself, which I've been dreaming to play probably in England, so, or other league, because I've played so much in the league. So I was trying to get on the opportunity to showcase myself in another league. So that's why I took the opportunity, knowing that maybe I might get another opportunity to play up here in England or across the world. So for me, I chose Hibernian not to go back there, because I was thinking of another opportunity to show myself, because I've played almost 8 years down here. So I wanted to go to another league, to test another league. But the offer they gave me was good, was a good offer, but I was just thinking to get another opportunity in another league to show myself, but that didn't happen. So that's football, as you know.
Give us an insight as well into what it is like to play in big international tournaments. How will the England players have felt playing in the Euro 2020 final?
Well, the most painful part is losing the final. I can imagine that, because I think I lost the Olympics final. So I know the agony of losing the final. It's so painful at the same time, but at the same time, you look back to the teams that didn't make it to the final. I believe they've done their part and they gave everything. So nobody will fault them for everything. I think they gave everything. It's just that football sometimes doesn't go the way you plan it, and sometimes not the best team that really win the tournament. But you cannot fault Italy. At least they deserve it too as well. They are the 2 best teams in the tournament. Everybody knows that. So I think Italy were privileged to have the edge over England. So, but to say England don't deserve to win it, I think they do deserve to win the Euros. But the team they have is unbelievable. So we might see what will happen in the World Cup. So we cannot count them out winning the World Cup as well.
So do you think we perhaps have what it takes to win the World Cup?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, one team that go through the Euro unbeaten just by the penalty spot. So you can see they compete with the best. So the difference will be in the South America, the Asia, and the Africa. So I think England, with the young player they have, with the caliber of player they have now, and the depth in the squad, I think England will be one team to contend with in the World Cup.
And is there any particular players of that England squad that really stand out and excite you?
Well, there are a few of them. I think the most important thing, you don't look like individual. For me, I only look at the team. I think they have a team, not individual. That's what I see in England. They have a team spirit, togetherness. I think that's the strength of the England team, because you cannot just pick one person out. But someone that really pushed the team out of nothing, I think you give Stanley. I think he scored the vital goals that kept them going to the final. So I think Stanley, Saka, Harry Kane, the goalkeeper, Maguire when he came in the defense, John Stone, Walker, which is like a fire from the right side. So you can keep calling Luke Shaw. So I cannot mention
that goal as well.
Yeah, the midfielder, the new boy, what's his name? The one from Leeds, Calvin.
Oh, Calvin Phillips.
Yeah, Calvin Phillips. You can see his first tournament. You can see how amazing he is holding the midfield. First tournament.
Exactly.
Imagine once he play this, go to the World Cup, have that confidence. You can see. I think England is some team to watch out for in the World Cup.
Phillips and Declan Rice.
Because they have young players. Yeah, they have Declan Rice. They have young players.
Oh, well.
You can see the age in the squad. So they have young players. I'm saying England.
Well, you've got your prediction already.
That prediction, you can just see. You can see England, you can see Spain, you can see Italy. But Italy have, like, you can call them experienced team, but they still have some few young players they mix up. But you can see the England squad is team that you can see in the next 2 years. They're going to be massive because these boys play from the under-21s together, few of them. So they've been together for a while now. So you can count on these boys in the World Cup.
They've sort of gelled already, which you can see.
Yeah, they're gelled because and you know the English league too is competitive. So and they're playing against each other. They know each other, so it helps a lot.
Absolutely,
it really helps a lot, and I really admire how they play. I will not take that from them. I really admire how they play. It's good
the way they stay
because they mix it up. Yeah, they mix it up. They're all round kind of football. They can play, they can pass, they score goals from front sometimes. So it's just excited to watch when they're in their prime, in their form. They're excited to watch.
Oh, well, thank you so much for your time today, Efe. It's been lovely speaking to you. And we're excited to see what is next to come for you.
Same here too. Thank you so much for bringing me on this platform. It's a privilege and I really enjoyed it as well. Thank you so much, Charlene. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. And thank you for everyone watching. If you have any feedback, please leave it in the comments below. I will be back with more interviews and more guests, so stay tuned. It's goodbye for now.